Go for it. Is it? You let me know. Okay, okay. Which is my audio. Okay. Oh, he joined. Hi, buddy. I
Made
told you you
it.
should have
I
waited.
made it. I made
What do
it.
you, what do you say?
I made it.
Hey, what up, gang?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah.
I just have the trio.
Eh.
All right. Let me get my equation book out and we can start. How's your day going, nutrition?
Not too bad. I got to see George Clooney in person.
Now, how mad would you be if I asked who's that?
Not too mad. George Clooney, actor. Look him
Oh,
up. He's recognizable.
how would I
Well,
spell
Ocean's
it?
11. Yeah.
I didn't watch.
George and then Clooney. So
Oh, oops.
George. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah. George Clooney.
That's
He
it.
was doing. I got to see a performance on Broadway. It was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It was fun.
Nice.
I got a
I'm
bunch
glad
of
you're.
like books.
Are you back?
Yeah.
Are you back home or no?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nope. Tomorrow,
Lucky,
the
bro.
day before my exam. Not even lucky, man. There's no study time.
What's- Wait, what's your exam on?
Thermo.
Oh my. Good luck, bro.
I'm not even stressed, dude. So easy. Trust. I got 100% in that class right now.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hard, 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 hard. All right.
Okay, wait, make sure. I think this is the problem we're gonna start with. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, nothing too different.
Um,
Oh,
are we
I
just
need to get.
going?
Hmm? Say what?
Are we just going for it?
Yeah, we're just going for it. I just need to get the new equations because we do have new
Are we
variables.
just going for it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we're just gonna go. I don't think
Slightly
it's
new.
almost 9:10. Slightly new. Yeah.
Eh,
There we go. We just
no.
no. I don't want to add everybody. Can you? How do you? Is it now?
I don't even know. I just opened it because I knew you guys were in there.
We're done.
And quick clarification question.
Ah,
The
yeah,
only thing that's different between series and parallel are those variables, right?
yeah. Wait, I made sure I had them all here. Yes, that is the only thing that's different. Just the variables. The way
Okay.
you solve the problem, the steps you
Um,
take, that is exact same. And the differential part will be
okay.
different. That's the last thing
I
that'll be different.
apologize if I talk over anybody because I think my mic is delayed.
In the lead?
No, delayed. Like there's a
Oh,
delay time.
really? Okay, okay. It's all chill.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
grab my Wi-Fi.
Oh no, that poor hamster on the wheel, bro. Uh,
Mhm.
let me write down something real quick. Maybe for the current of the inductor. All right. Please note the switch must connect. It breaks. Blah blah blah. So hmm. Ah, yes. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. My brain switch gears. All right. So as we're looking for the inductor, the initial values we need. Uh, okay. The initial values we're going to be using for since for IFT, well, to be more specific, it's going to be ILT. That means we need to figure out IL0 and DL. Yeah. DIL of 0. We need those two initial values. It's the same as last
Mhm.
time. Okay. So first things first, put my notebook down. We look at state of circuit at t. But at t equals 0 minus, we're just going to get this loop here. Obviously, including this and this. So,
Mhm.
figure out that real quick. Right. Mm, capacitor isn't connected. The inductor. Is the current we're looking for? Or the part of this circuit where we want to write the second order equation. This is going to be L0 minus. Make sure I didn't forget anything. 4A is going to be 20 ohms. 10 ohms. Yeah. And then the switches. Okay. Let me make sure. At position B connects to at T equals 3 connects to position B. Okay. So since the inductor is connected to the current source, it's going to be fully charged. So we're going to treat it as it's in steady state, meaning that the inductor will get shorted. So I'm going to draw the short here. Boom. So now we have to solve for IL0. IL0 would just be the current division because since this is shorted, or better yet, this part of the circuit or resistor is shorted, meaning that the current will only travel like this. If you do current division of this here, this system, you'll get this current. Because this resistance technically it's 0. So you could do current division. So if you do this. IL 0 minus will equal to the resistor we don't want, which is 20 over 20 plus 0 times 4A. Just get 4. Wait, what? Did you just get 4? 80, 20, 46. There you go.
How does that work?
Oh, I just realized. So look. These are all parallel, right? This isn't
Yeah.
parallel with a short. The current would just flow like this. It'll ignore all resistors.
Yeah. It would
So it's just
be 4
4A.
amps then. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Take
you can also do what I
combination.
just did. But that's
That's the
just like
proof. Yeah.
redundant. It's redundant. But yes, it's just 4A.
Mhm.
I could say it. Or you realize
And you divide it by
anything
0.
parallel with a short would never flow through there. That's how that would work.
20 divided by 20. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a good proof, at least.
Mhm. Mhm. What do you mean?
Oh,
Mhm. Like where? Where would I place the other one? Just tell me where. Right where I placed it before? Okay. So okay.
oh,
That's a
through
good
each short
question.
circuits?
No, it's still before.
Mm,
Because the thing is you would before anything you would combine these, right? So you'll get you get the resistor combined and you're still gonna have the short here. No matter where you place so basically, no matter where you
you
place
can just
the
combine the short circuit.
yeah. I mean yeah, I guess, but like no matter where that resistor's placed, the short's always gonna be there, right? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
and then the source is going to be here. This is the source. Like no matter where it's placed, it doesn't matter where you place a resistor, where you place a short. It's always going to travel through the short. Oh, okay. Sorry. Mhm.
So like, what's the current going through the far right short circuit? If
Well, I'll
there's a
go through
short
the
circuit
first
in
short.
between.
I'll go through the first short it sees.
So would
Like
it just
compared
be
to two
0?
shorts. So like for example, these two have priorities, right? No matter what.
Yeah.
Wh-
Yeah.
The thing, the current will flow through this short first, like that. So it's never gonna reach
Yeah.
this one.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay,
You know
so
what
it
I
just
mean?
skips and it would be 0 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they
Hmm.
both have, I don't know how to put it, rank A priority. If they're both rank A, you just see which one it flows through first.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Other than that, you can reduce the circuit, and then you'll see that it doesn't matter how many shorts you.
Oh,
Hmm.
then again, you could rearrange it. This is
Mm-hmm.
parallel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter. Okay, that's that.
Okay.
So I have 4A. That's important enough. I guess you could also say that VC. Well, you can't say that. Let me think why. Okay, I'm gonna write this for now. I want to see if this is right. I'm gonna say VC of 0 minus is equal to 0 volts. Just for now. Even though I don't think I don't think that makes sense because when the switch connects to the capacitor, it's gonna have a voltage. Oh no. Huh. Oh, we'll see actually. Okay, wait. So the variable that matters here is this. I have this. Oh my. So I needed another. And then I'm gonna write VC is 0 minus is equal to 0 volts since the capacitor is not connected. That's it. So
Yeah, it's not connected to anything.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
No,
also
you're
thinking
good.
too.
At T0 minus, it's 0. At T0 around 0, it's still 0. But at
Yeah, because
infinity,
it's
it can
not
fully
charged.
charge because the circuit's closed. Yeah.
But it won't be. Well, the inductor is going to be discharged too, no? Because no source is going to be connected. Oh, we
Mm,
see. Let me just draw it.
the inductor has a charge. It's connected to a 4 amp source at the beginning.
Yeah, but then after everything, it's not. The switch
Oh,
kills it
wait.
out. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So this capacitor is going to join in at the transient state with 0 charge, but this inductor is going to be carrying 4 amps. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So does the capacitor get
Yeah.
charged in the long run? No, actually, at infinity, it doesn't matter. Since nothing's connected to a source, that 4 amps is going to go away. So both will reach 0. Huh. Never mind.
Is there going to be a point when it does charge and then discharge again?
Right? Yeah, yeah. There will be a point in the circuit where it does do that because the current's going to go away. And
Yeah,
the capacitor will
exactly.
probably get charged a little bit through the current division.
And then die off eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if that's since it's so minuscule. Let's see. I guess say of circuit. Yeah. Oh, God. At T goes plus. So I think it's capacitor, resistor, inductor. Yeah. So it's going to be capacitor, resistor, and inductor. Oh, the capacitor is 10 millifarads. 10 millifarads. 10 and 0.25. 10 and then 0. Once again, I'm going to dictate the direction of the current the same way. This is going to be L 0 plus. This will be the just do it parallel. BL plus B 0 plus minus. Okay. I should maybe note that this is also equal to 0 plus 0. It's also be the same. T of 0 minus equals to also VC of Okay. So now this is the part where we look for the differential. So we need to solve for DLD0. So for DL0 over, and again I did it again. This is DI. We know that for the voltage, oh, I should write, we know that VL is equal to LEI T. You realize that this voltage plus VL 0.2. You realize that this
Yo.
you realize that this voltage is parallel to this. They share the same voltage. So you realize, no, right? Well, maybe I could just do all of them in parallel because they're legit all in parallel. So that means that the VL voltage, I'm gonna write this here, maybe people see, is equal to the VR, which is equal to the DC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that means that you could just write it. So you know, I'm gonna check my answers real quick. VC is equal to 0 volts. Let me check it's actually 0 volts. Because I don't want to end up having the whole problem wrong.
I see no reason why it wouldn't be 0 volts.
Right? I don't either. Yeah, 0. And then I relate it to 0, right? Yeah, cool.
Oh, wait, does that make this really easy? Because you can just solve for DI/dt immediately with the voltage value in the inductor. Wait,
Yeah, that's
what?
the point.
Hold on. But
What?
then you just divide by 0.
You don't divide by 0, you divide by L.
But yeah,
Divide by
but
L.
you're okay. 0 divided by L, so then it's just DI/dt equals 0.
Yeah, make it happen. Yeah, it can happen. I mean, okay, let's check the professor's work. Or yeah, it's 0.
That's crazy. That seems
Yeah.
wrong, but yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's you have to be confident about when you're solving a problem because it can happen. If the capacitor's never charged,
Yeah.
you know, it's not gonna happen. It's like what you said before, you don't see any other reason why it won't be 0.
Which problems
Yeah,
are
I
you
mean,
going through right now?
These are my personal problems. I always upload screenshots of them. You could also find them. I think I have a. Did I put in here? There's a circuit file. It's like my homework. I don't know what to write. File. What? Wait. See.
Which homework? Homework
It's my
number.
from like IIT. Oh, it's the same thing. Same book, right? It will be this problem. 8.24.
Practice problems. 8.2.
Yeah, let me know. I think you guys are using the IIT book, right? The McGraw?
I think
McGraw, right?
yes, I think she's stealing it.
Yeah, it's 8.24. But the I of dt will equal to 0. Okay. Now, we're just going to look if the circuit has a steady state value, or the IL, or let me say it again. The inductor has some final infinite current, just to make sure, because if I remember last time, like, equations don't include it, but there's steady state. There's a steady state value in the equation. So let me just check. Look at circuit at t equals infinity. So it'll be just the same circuit, but we're gonna draw everything steady state because everything has been fully discharged. So there's gonna be this. I mean,
Sorry,
you
what
can probably
problem?
see.
I'm on the section
That's
8.2
good.
right now in the book.
It's 8.24.
8.24. This is, okay, this is
8.24.
weird.
How does your book look like? Let me see. Okay, it's fine. One
See.
sec.
Here, let me share my screen.
Sure. Because I can pull up the book I have. I can also paste this again. My drive. So I made like a whole folder of all my IIT material and problems and like solutions to the homeworks. So if you want, I can relink. Oh, what the? Wait, you guys don't have this book? This is the book I used. No, it is. It is.
Oh.
Wait. Yeah, it is. The problem looks like this. What does 8.24 look like? I can't see. I need to zoom in. How do I zoom in? Foot. Thank you. Yeah. Scroll. Is it? Why is it okay? No. It's like 8.02.
8.02.
Right.
So is it
It
up?
is, no, it's down. It's down. Like you're at 8.01, 8.02, 8.06. Once you hit 10, it should be 8.10. Right? Yeah. So just scroll all the way
8.10.
down. Yeah. It's just they
Okay.
don't do. I don't know why they don't label it. I had the same issue too.
8.2, and then there's 8.1, 8.2.
Okay, is this 8.14? Wait one sec. Do they not like put the tense
This
pop?
is section 8.2 here.
What? Can you control F 8.24 real quick?
Sure.
It's like fuck. Wow, the book is organized like poo poo. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's real cool. Oh,
Figure 8.24?
can you? Yeah.
This one?
No. Yeah. Okay, wait. Let me show you this then. Again.
Oh no, I have that. I have that one. You
Oh, you
sent that
do?
one to me. Yeah,
Okay.
this is the book that's from that file.
Okay. The solutions are in there too. Like the professor provided solutions. 'Cause
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm doing from that section. I think it's called assignment 10. I'm doing the
Oh,
problems
this
from
is under
there.
8.4. Okay,
Oh,
weird.
that makes
This
no
section from
sense.
8.4.
But sure.
Yeah, 8.4 and then 8.24. That's odd. Oh well.
Wait. Yeah, but we're doing that problem right now.
All right, cool.
But yeah, if you go to that file, if you go to assignment 10, I'm pulling problems from those, and I done them. I've done 4 out of the whatever many problems are in there.
Assignment 10, the homework problems. Assignment 10.
Yeah, it should be only problems that start with 8 in them. Just so you know. But here I also been uploading screenshots of my work and the solutions.
Okay.
I'll wait
Let's
for you to
see.
get situated. Don't worry.
Let's see.
Mhm. Let me pull my stuff up too and make sure I'm feeding you the right information.
Can I? So
Yeah.
here's your
Yes.
file here.
Yes. Go to homework 10. Perfect.
Homework 10
Yeah.
here.
Oh. Okay. So those are the problems from the book. My bad. So, I mean, you can use them to practice, I guess, and like look into the book. But those are the ones I'm doing. If you go to solutions, you can see the work, and it's gonna be on homework 10 solutions. Bro, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
You know what I
Cool.
mean? I thought that I showed you
I
the
got
picture of
you.
the problem. You're gonna have to look into it again. My bad.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm,
I'm with you now.
mhm. All right. All good, James?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just wondering if you're situated. All right. Now we're gonna look at the circuit, the state of the circuit at t equals infinity to look for that. Also, these are all recorded, by the way, James. The last one was recorded. It's uploaded on the chat and YouTube iPad, so you can
I've
always
been
watch it.
watching them.
Cool. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, your battery. Biggest state. Okay. At t infinity. So again, I said like there's gonna be nothing because everything's discharged, but I'm just gonna show it. So the capacitor is gonna be open. the inductor here is this here. It's going to be shorted. And then you realize that no source means no current. So I of infinity equals 0 amp. So we don't have to worry about that. It's gone. Now it's time to apply the, what do they call it? The damp equations. So if you use the damp equation, it's this. I'm gonna write alpha equals 1 over 2 RC, and omega is equal to square root of 1 over LC. 1 over square root. Okay, this is applied at the transient state. So we notice that at the transient state, capacitance is 10. So here, plus we have capacitance of 10 millifarads. We have inductance is 0.25. .2 henries, and we have the our equivalent of the circuit, which is 10. So now we're going to store our values. Let's make this. Okay. So that means that alpha, okay. Alpha is going to equal 1, 2 times 10 times. Sure. Yeah. It would be the entire fraction, but the square root of 1 is just 1. But yeah.
Do you mind doing a quick overview
Hmm.
of how we started this, or I
Yeah.
can just wait to the next question? Let's see. Or
Let me start for these
you
values,
guys are
and then we could
you
do
guys are you guys are already chugging on this one. I'll just catch up on the next question.
Okay, sure. Whatever you want, I don't mind. So this is going to be 10 times 10 to the minus 3. These are the farads, capacitor, over 1. Look at my calculator.
We know to use these equations because the whole circuit's in parallel, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. This is the parallel format.
Okay.
Do you have that screenshot, Tristan? Did you ever paste it? Of
what?
the important equations? Like that where I summed it all
Calculator.
up? Can you paste it real quick so James can have it?
Yeah, sir.
Like, yeah.
We got general equations, second order circuits, or goaded formula.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the formula.
Here, I'll post both. Goaded formula is kind of goaded, so
It's pretty epic.
yeah.
What's that? And then omega is going to equal 1 over. Just so you know, in the next one where I'm pulling out these equations.
Mhm.
Square root of.
We're doing the top right stuff, which is source free parallel LRC circuit.
This would be.
Where are you posting that?
And the general. Oh, I posted in general. Oops. Delete. No one saw that. No.
Ooh, that's just.
Never happened.
That's embarrassing.
Shut up.
It's
Didn't
getting to
happen.
1 or the square root of. Equals to 20.
Pretty much. Alright. Engineering 125, 215, 125. Engineering 215 Suarez.
Give him a wait. That's weird. My general says there's supposed to be a message there, but there's nothing.
Oh, really? Mysterious.
Well, that's very blurry.
Yeah, I know. That's the best
Wait.
part of it.
I got you. Wait 1 sec. I'll just do it right now.
Sweet.
You should told me. Oh, just taking it.
No, I just cope.
I thought the stream quality is that mad, bro. For I don't have nitro.
I never had nitro.
But you can delete yours. And I got it. I got it.
Dang.
And then real. Yo, fix your Wi-Fi.
It's hotel Wi-Fi. What you mean?
Boom.
Should have brought my router with. My bad. Hello.
There we go. Oh, those look better. Oh my god.
Ah,
I'm gonna save it as goated equation 1 and goated equation 2.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so back to this. I solved for alpha and W. This is what I got. So we're gonna have the overnight case. I'm pretty sure. So this is W is greater than alpha, which is under damp. This is under damp case. That means we're gonna have the e's, not the e's, the cosines. Yeah. Wait, I just realized that when she writes the underdamp equations, she writes them in terms of Euler's formula. Do I provide?
She
Oh,
does.
wait, that sucks. Okay. Oh my god, bro. She just makes it harder. Here, another screenshot. Let me take where are my notes? This one.
You're saying it's not that deep? We don't have to do Euler?
No oil needed.
It's just like nah, it's the same thing, but like it just looks. And I've never done it that way. Where is it? I'm like staring right at it. Oh, here you go. That's how it looks. I mean, I guess it depends how she wants it, right? So never mind. I don't know. This is what I'm used to. Took a. There you go. All right,
Epic.
back to the problem. And I also use that when I solve for it. When I write my solutions, I use that. Okay, so we need to find
I'm afeared because on the practice test she says, don't use any memorized formulas.
No,
really.
hold on.
There's no way.
That's just that's just for the op amp stuff. Only for the op amp stuff.
Is this for the
Right?
op amps? Okay.
That was under op amps for the thing she said. I'm screwed for op amps, but everything else we're good. We're good. We're
Dude,
gonna
I
do it.
got you on op amps, bro. I got you.
Got me on it. I need that. I'm
Got
so
you.
bad right now. At
Everything
computer
else,
stuff.
everything else, like I haven't gone over very much, but op amps, I got you, dog.
For everything else, I got you. Uh, you, yeah,
Real.
you give
Yo!
me you give me op amp. I give
I give
you
you
every
20 Bobuck.
yeah
20 Bobuck, I give you one op
20.
amp.
Oh yeah,
I do
no
Durian?
basic. That's right.
period.
So
Dude, that's
stinky, bro.
stinky.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smelly deal.
Yeah, use a
Okay,
durian like
Smelly
a
deal,
stink
dude.
bomb.
I got that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
crazy.
now
Just open a durian.
Eat it open durian.
Yeah. Professor, you don't mind if I take a few bites of this durian here?
dude.
It's my favorite snack.
Yeah. Mhm.
You get that I L of T T A1 cosine 19.36 T plus A2 19 point T. I wonder where I got the 19.36 from. I used the W equation. Which is this here?
Mhm.
It's this it's alpha squared omega squared alpha squared. That's where I got that from. This is T and it's gonna be E to the minus what is it? 5.
Which one of these has cosines in it?
That's why I sent you mine. The one, so the equation she gives you for the underdamp do have cosines in them technically, because that's Euler's formula. Euler's formula is like this.
Yeah.
Look, I'll show you if you remember. It's e to the minus j theta. This is equal to cosine theta minus j sine theta. And then off that, oh, it's minus, right? Wait, she does minus. Man, I don't even know how to prove. How does she do the proof? But it gives you that, and then you're supposed to reduce it. Oh wait, let me see.
Oh,
Inner side.
so wait.
So I'll show you.
Uh,
Look, look. Right here, see.
mhm.
So here's the. This is the e minus jw. You see how it equals?
Yeah.
Oh, ej
Okay.
theta is cosine theta plus j sine of theta. Ej blah blah blah. But basically, the signs of the
Oh.
cosine should cancel, right? No, you group them. Yes, you're gonna get this. You get the same thing. You just need to remember this.
Oh.
You
Okay.
need to remember this, which is dumb.
Why
She
do I
could have just
even need to
given you,
remember that?
because
Yeah.
that's
Why
the
can't I?
only way to go from here. That's the only
I
way.
know,
If you
but
don't,
why
I don't,
can't why can't I just
I
use
don't
the
know.
other one?
I don't know. I don't know why she doesn't provide it. I just realized I should have just put mine in there. That's why I put my screenshot. No idea. But it's supposed to be this. Like she
Well,
should have this.
since we are technically making the formula sheet, I'm just gonna ask for that one.
Yes, please ask for this one. Don't ask for this shit. Oh my, you should add that. Someone adds to their notes in case he forgets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Don't
bro,
no, Patrick, no, no. We
Patrick,
don't
I'll
need
make.
curve in this class too. All right, come on. Yeah. Oh, what'd you get in the last term? Oh, quiz? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, good stuff. Yeah, that's been out. That's why Brawley was like, that's crazy. No, you didn't. Shut up. What's the root of score?
What the?
Easy game. Could have done better, honestly. Yeah. James, we
I
got
want
the
to make.
James camp.
I
I
got
want to
the
make
James
Patrick eat
cam.
Dorian, bro.
And, all right, I'll turn on the other cam.
All right, this is a.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess I'll cope then. I don't know. I'm already here, so. Oh, you just see
Okay,
my
so
big
that's
forehead. Is that it? All right.
real. No, it's my God. So yeah, I is 0 is equal to 4a, 4a, and we know that d I of L of 0 over dt will equal to 0a. Okay, that's all we need from that side. So now we're gonna derive this to get our constants. Well, from here we could solve for a, but by plugging I0, but I'm just gonna do the derivative. So we do d solve d I L e dt. Take d t a1 cosine 19.80 t a2 sine 19.36 t e to the minus t. Call this f of max x. So d I L t dt is going to go f prime. So we're going to get
Yeah.
minus 19.36 a1 sine of 19.36 t. It'll be in parentheses plus 19.36 a2 cos 19.6 times e to the minus 5t. Now we derive e to the minus 5t, which just gives us minus 5 to the minus 5t. And then we just copy all this out again. I wonder if let's. So I get a1 cosine 1936 plus a2 sine 19 t. There's supposed to be an e minus. Oh no, I have it there. Nice. There you go. Sure. A1,
Oh, so
A2,
you just
A1,
did
A2.
what product rule again?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's solve for constant solve for constant A1, 2. So I plug in first I, L, 0. This gives me, oh wait, I should put IL 0 equals for A, right? Yep. So this gives me for A is equal to, well, this goes to 0. Oh God, why? This goes to 0, so this is 1. This goes to 0, so this is done. Cosine of 0 is 1, so I'm just left with A1 19.36. So I get 19.36 A1. 1 equal to hmm. Oh, no, you're right. My bad. Is A1. Link. That's that. So A1 equals 4. Yep. There you go. So now solve for the other one. So we get di of L of 0 over dt 0. So I get 0 amps going to equal to. All right. So again, all the signs will go away. So this is gone. I'm left with 19.36. Since this is just 1. So I'm left with 19.36 A2. So I'm write that down. 19.36 A2. And I'm going to have minus 5 here because this part here becomes 1. So I'm just left with the minus 5. Minus 5. And then I'm just left with the A1 A1. Because cosine goes to 1 and this 0. So I'm left with minus 5 A1. Now solve for A2. A2 is going to equal to 5A1 divided by 0.36. That is just 5.4 over 19.6, which equals to, yep, is going to equal to A2 equal to 1.03. That is the next variable. Or constant. So now we're done. So we have,
How'd you do the constants again?
sure. You want me to go over the procedure again? The whole thing?
Yeah, just the constants part. I forget how
Like
you
here?
did that.
Like everything on my screen right now? Or
No,
like,
just the lower part was like in red.
okay. So I know that this part from the previous page, I saw for this. So I set the I0 for A to the first equation here. Why is it not lasering? This part. So then this goes to 1. E of 0 is just 1.
Oh.
Sine goes to 0 because sine of 0 is 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. So this goes to 1. And I'm just left with the A1. So I get 4 equal to A1. Right? So that's done. And then for the DI part, I know that it's equal to 0. So I set it equal to that over here. 0. And then the same thing again. So this goes to 1 because E of 0 is 1. This part here goes to 0. So this kills everything. This part here goes to 1. So I'm just left with this part here. 19.36A2, which is right here. Now for the other side, this part goes to 1. The minus 5 stays. Minus 5 times 1 is 1. Or minus 5. So here's a minus 5. And then when I look at the parentheses over here, this part is 0. So this dies. This part is 1. Because cosine 0 is 1. So I'm just left with the A1 right here. And then I'll plug in the A1 for this and solve for A2. But I just like move this across and then divide it by this to just get an A2 equation.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I get A1 equals to 4 and A2 equals to 1.033. So now we just plug it into this here. Into quarter. This goes here, this here. So the final formula I'm gonna have is ILT equals to 4 cosine of 19.36t plus 1.033 sine 19.36 of e to the minus 5. And this is for when t is greater than 0. So we're done. Oh, any questions?
Zoom out really quick. Ooh.
I was gonna upload screenshots. Sorry,
That's all right.
like that. I can zoom in if you want me to.
No, it's fine. I was just trying to see. We found those two givens We found those two things at the beginning of our equation. I of 0 is equal to 4 amps. DIL of 0 is equal to
Mhm.
0 amps.
Found them at t0 minus right here. This is
Yeah,
it.
T0 minus, which is the
Then we
same
found the
as
other one.
T0 and T0 plus.
Yes.
T0 plus or just T0?
No, t0 plus and t0.
Okay.
Both are there.
I'll figure
T0 minus, T0 plus, and t0. I'm zooming. Sorry.
And we're just saying at 0 that's equal to that, because if that's true, at 0 it's equal to that. Doesn't really matter. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Do
Anybody
we
else?
for like underdamped, overdamped, and what were the three cases? What are they again?
There's underdamped, overdamped, and what is it? Critically damped.
Critically damped. Yeah. I know the method for solving for the constants would be different for each of them because they're different formulas as well, right?
Yes, they will be
Okay.
different.
Have we gone over a critically damped one?
I don't think
Or
I can check for a critically damped one.
I know we've done underdamped a few times, I think. And we did overdamped and underdamped. Haven't done critically damped yet.
No, you're not. What the? I can check. If I have a critically damped, probably could do.
Just as something different so we can get the scope of everything here.
Maybe the next one is.
What?
Oh. No. Okay. Let me see. For the next problem, is it right? Yeah. Let's see if this is critically down. Yeah, it is. This is a critically down response.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. Wait, you ready, James? I'm
8.49.
yeah, 8.49. Just let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna go through every step again, like I've been teaching the problem the first time.
How
Time
long are
is
you
it?
sticking around for this one, Isaac? It's a 10 there, right?
Damn, it is almost 10. I was just
Yeah.
planning on doing 2 problems. That's it. Wait, what's up?
Alright. No, I was just asking.
Okay.
What? Yeah, there's fireworks outside or something.
Bro, fudge.
Why did I look outside? I'm not even in Chicago.
Those are not fireworks, bro.
I'm telling myself it's fireworks.
I hope they
Yeah.
are.
Let him live in his false reality for a minute.
Chicago's a beautiful city.
I like your words, funny man. Nice window.
Nice building.
You should
Uptown,
tear down the building.
Uptown is beautiful this time of year. There's plenty of fireworks.
Mm. It's worth it for the view. Yeah.
Is this the problem
Children's hospital.
on my screen here?
Oh, you're streaming? Yeah, let me check. I don't know. I just don't check on my same monitor. Wait, you're not streaming, buddy? Are you? Is he streaming, chat?
My
No,
camera.
Camera.
It'd be the same. Looks the same.
Yes, it's the same. It is. It is the same.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Where's my? Fuck my pen? No. Oh, it's right there.
Whoa.
All right. So this is how it works. So
Hey,
we're
what
looking
if
for.
it's determine IFT for like t less than 0? Sorry to interrupt.
Can't really do that. Just because like the circuit is going to be in a steady state regardless at t less than 0. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna get some constant value. I mean, you could. It's gonna be like some.
Wouldn't that be the same for something t greater than 0? Wouldn't it be steady state? No,
No,
the
because
second
it's
it
not t
reaches
equals
0.
infinity. It's not t equals infinity. It's t greater than 0.
Okay.
It's past the.
Yeah.
At a point it was given to you.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is how we solve these type of problems. Okay. So for a second order differential, I'm just write this here again. Second order differential equation. You know that these type of equations, when you did them in diffie-q, you're always given 2 initial value. I'm gonna write 2 initial values because IVP is something. 2 initial values. That's how they work. If you have a first order, you get 1 initial value and you solve for your constant unknown. If you have a second order, you get 2 initial values. Most of the time, it's given to you. Like for example, it would be like y at 0 is equal to 4, and then it's gonna be like y prime at 0 is equal to another number 10, and then you're supposed to solve for the
Yeah.
constants from there. That's how it works. It's the same thing in this type of scenario because they're second order differential equations. So in our case, though, the only thing that really differs is that we're not talking about y of x. In this case, we're asked to find IFT, the equation IFT. That means that we're going to need 2 initial values in order to solve for our IIT. That is, the first one is going to be I at 0 equals some number, which we're going to solve for. And then we need to know also, we're going to need to know DI, I should be more specific, sorry. This is going to be the current of the inductor, IL, and it's going to be the differential L, which is D current of the inductor, L, 0 dt. Those are 2 initial values we're going to have to find in our problem so that we can later on write, well, I can't really write the equation because we don't know if it's underdamped, critically damped, or overdamped. But that's what we need. This is important. So
We can find if it's underdamped, critically damped, or overdamped like from the get-go, couldn't we?
If you wanted to, yeah, you could really do it fast. But I'm just saying, just of now, we don't know. But
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you'd have to find the resistance at the
oh, just if you
word
do
in
it all
front of it.
mentally, you could. You could
Trans-
if you wanted to.
Hmm.
Like you could do all the mental math if you really, really wanted to. Because you
Yeah.
don't need to know like I0 and stuff like that, which is a little bit hard to find. But anyway, okay. After that, that's like the two things you look for in the circuit. We're gonna look at the circuit at three states. The first state is always this. Look at state of circuit at t equals 0 minus. That's the first state. That means that also note that the switch is down at t equals 0 minus. It only flips at t equals 0 plus. That means that I'm gonna have a connection. So minus 12 volts. This is the switch. Usually denote it like this. Then I'll have the inductor. The inductor. I'm gonna have the capacitor parallel. Be pretty little bit of a lengthy problem. Okay. I'm gonna name this. Notation of arrows is pretty important. This IT, what I'm currently looking for, is gonna be IL of 0. That's that. The thing is, since connect these two storage devices, thus being the capacitor and the inductor, they're connected to two charging devices, or I should say two sources, meaning that the inductor and why is this not working? What? Hello. Oh, I see. One sec. Yes. Meaning that the inductor and the capacitor are going to be in steady state already because it's going to be fully charged. So when an inductor is in steady state, it becomes shorted. When a capacitor is in steady state or fully charged, I should say, that's what steady state means, or discharged. Steady state can be fully charged or fully discharged. But when a capacitor is in steady state, it's open. When an inductor is in steady state, it's shorted. That's how it's treated as. So this inductor is going to be shorted. So this capacitor is going to be opened. I'm going to call this plus VC of 0 minus, and that's about it that we need. I'm going to write down the resistor values real quick. So this is 4 ohms. From here, your goal, well, actually, this is pretty easy now. Okay, there are two things that you should notice immediately. Is that since this is shorted, the current IO0 in reality is just this. This is IO0. Why? Because the current is never going to flow past the short. It's just always going to immediately travel in this loop. So really quickly, you can.
Why?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why? Explain
What
your.
about the 3 amp source to the right?
Well, this 3 amps. Good
Still
point.
there.
It's going to be the combination of both. Let me think.
I
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah, I
about
would
that.
do source transformation. Make it a lot easier.
Oh, it's going to be IO0. It's going to be this current. Yeah, you're right. Plus this current. Okay. Yeah, we should do source transformation. Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing it in my head real quick.
Could
There
you
should be
combine them?
6. Huh? Combine what? Yeah, you can.
I was
The
like,
sources?
yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
could. Yeah,
You want to do that? Should you do
Alright.
source transformation? I don't
probably
mind.
right. Makes it
Okay,
easier to
sure.
look at least.
I should be 4, 6. It should be 6. But let's see. Source transformation. Is it? Cool. I just did it quickly in my head. Another way to like really do it fast. Hmm. Like, let me draw it before I explain the way I did in my head. So this is going to be, this I is going to equal to the source transformation of these two, which is 12/4. 3. So this is 3 amps. Mind you, it flows up like this because this is a active source. So it's going to go through the negative. Just FYI. So you get this, maybe the resistor, 4 ohms, and then we're going to have the switch here still. Should redraw. Short. The short is this to this. This is going to be L 0 minus. And then I'm still going to have this here. It's going to be opened. Opened. This is going to be plus VC of 0 minus minus. And then you're going to have this resistor. And then this source. Okay. So these sources are in parallel, regardless about this short. So I'm going to combine them. I'll bring it over here. Right? If anyone disagrees, just say so. So this is 6 amps. I'm going to redraw this, I guess, resistor. 4. I'm not going to. So again, this is the current we're looking at. Is this? I might still have the opens here. Plus C is minus minus, and then you the resistor over here. Oh gosh. Okay. How would you guys like to solve this? What do you think it is? Sure. Yeah. You're right. So the current, we'll ignore this and just do this. Like that. If you wanted to know how I did it in my head here, so I kind of explained it. The way it works is that this flows like this, right? This I is just equal to 4 over, not that, is equal to 12/4, right? Which is 3. So IL0 is just the combination of this 3 amps plus this 3 amps, which is 6. Just another way to do it.
I have a question.
Yes.
So why does 3 amp on the right not split up by the resistor?
This one? Like,
Yeah, why doesn't it split up the
like
resistor?
this. It doesn't do this. Why doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this, I tell you, remember when I told you that the anything parallel with the short will be ignored? This is the resistor. This resistor is still in parallel with this short. It's weird to imagine.
Oh,
Yes. So it's like it's
yeah.
gonna still ignore it. Because again, if you still don't believe me, you can always do current division. So this IL in relation to this is going to be equal to the resistor you don't want,
It's gonna be
5.
yeah,
0
it's gonna
plus
be 5
5.
over 5, which is 1 times
Yeah.
yeah.
You can always
Mm,
default back to the stuff you know. It always works out.
okay. And then to find the current on the left side, you just did Ohm's law or something?
If you wanted to, yeah. If you wanted to do the from here, yes, you would do Ohm's law. This is equal to 12/4, which is equal to 3.
Can you do that with the rest of the circuit there? Even if
Come
it's
on.
there?
Say
I
what
was
one
like,
time.
you don't need to find like the equivalent resistance or anything like that to do Ohm's law across the one resistor.
I'm sorry, I'm lost.
Oh, hold on.
Can you ask one more
Okay.
time?
No, I think I was thinking that you'd have to include the 5 ohm resistor to do Ohm's law across the one
Oh,
resistor, but you don't need to because it's still in parallel.
hmm where's that one resistor?
Yeah,
This 4? This one?
the 4.
Or you're saying like one of the resistors, like that type of one value?
No, 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 no. I
Gotcha.
think I figured it out in my head.
Okay,
It's
okay,
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
No, no, it's okay. I just want to make sure you know. But anyway,
And then you combined everything. You can ignore the 5 ohm resistor still, and you can ignore the 4 ohm resistor once you do that too. Once you do a
yeah,
source transformation.
yes. So this is one way. The other way is what I
Yeah.
did here. Either or,
Yeah.
that does not matter. It gives you the same answer. But anyway,
Okay.
just for practice, so you guys can see the things you learned. Like you always pivot back to. So IL of 0 minus is equal to 6 amps, which is also equal to IL of 0 plus, which is also equal to IL of 0. And just to like, because I'm explaining this problem like I'm doing it for the first time. To explain where this idea comes from, this is saying that the current of the inductor before the switch, or the current that the inductor holds when it's fully charged, which is before the switch, is 6A, right? And then this is saying that it's going to be the same after the switch is flipped down. Not forever, just like that very minuscule time when the switch is flipped down. Because the thing is with inductors, since they're like storage holding devices, they can't change instantaneously. Like if it's 4 amps before, it's also gonna be 4 amps after, just for a little bit. Just like with a battery, like the battery's gonna stay at 20 volts when it's like used on and off immediately. Like it's not gonna immediately go to 20 to 10 unless you blow it up or something. But that's how it works.
Yeah, the
That's the
same rules
idea.
apply for capacitors as well.
Yes, that's how the idea goes. That's like you can think of it. So just for fun, this VC is in parallel with all of this. So if you know, well, the thing is, this does not get current. So what's VC?
0.
VC?
Would it just be zero? It would be
It'd be
zero.
0,
'Cause nothing gets
right?
current. But it should have charge. That's the thing. That's what I'm confused on. Huh? It's zero. Even though it shouldn't be. It is zero. It is zero. Because
Yeah, 'cause
this
it's
is
all in
it's in parallel
parallel.
with a short, and the the voltage difference of a short is equal to 0. So it's 0. So I could write that plus minus V equals 0. That's how shorts work. Because this node's voltage is the same as this node's. Bro, this node's voltage is the same as this node's voltage, so you call this VA, call this VB. VA is equal to 4. That means VB will also equal to 4. The voltage drop across
Yeah.
VA, VB is equal to 4 minus 4, which is equal to 0. That's the idea. Yeah.
This way I thought about it.
Yeah, that's another way. I was just trying to find another way to like enforce that that's right. But yes. So this is going to be VC of 0 minus is equal to 0 volts, which means that VC as plus is also equal to 0 volts, which means that V, oh, that's not that. That means that V of 0 is also equal to 4 or 0. So we know those. Those always are important. We need to get those. They will help us in the next state. And make this small. So should we just make the whole thing small? No, I missed the L. Not too small. Oh, perfect. Okay. So now we look at state of circuit at t equals 0 plus. That means this switch flips up. So the switch is going to look like this. And that means that all of this is gone. So now we're only left with this part here. We get the, if I remember correctly, the inductor was here. And I think then,
Mhm.
oh, the capacitor, and then a resistor, and then a source, right?
Yep.
Okay. What was it? 5, 125. Henries. Phone number 20, 5, and I think this was 3. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna denote. Let me make sure I'm following their convention of current. Yeah, they pointed down. So that means that now that I'm at 0 plus, I'm looking for the current. I'm still looking for this again. Is IO 0 plus? Then we're still gonna have here same way BC of 0 plus minus. And that's it. So here, when you're at the transient state, which means that something happened in your circuit or something changed in your circuit, which will be when the switch flips, you would find your differential. The way it works is that, so let me put here. Oh, you gotta somehow solve for dIL of 0 dt. That's your goal here. That's what the point of this here. You know this equation. Circuits, or actually physics too, exactly. That VL is equal to L di of L t dt. That's the voltage of an inductor. Okay, so we're going to use that because we can solve for this here, which is what we're asking here. Now, to do that in our problem, if you notice, again, since everything's in parallel, this is how it works. Parallel LRC, that's why it's called that. You notice that this voltage is the same as this voltage here. So if I write the voltage here, it's like this: V 0 minus over here is the same as this. It's the same as this. So we're gonna get that. I got VL 0 plus is equal to VC 0 plus, which is also, just for fun, I'm gonna write this as VR, which is also equal to VR 0 plus. So it doesn't matter. We already know what VC 0 minus indirectly because we know that VC 0 plus. We know that because we know that VC 0 minus VC 0 because of this equation. And we solved for VC 0 minus. We said that's 0 volt. So we know VC of 0 equal to 0 volt, which is also equal to VC of 0 plus. Now let me make sure. Again, I know I'm like 100% that's yeah, it's equal to right. What the fudge? What? It is equal to 0. It's just like it's here. Wait, where is it? Where do you see? Ah,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Cool. So, all right. So that means that our equation VL equals to L DIL T T is going to be 0 equals to the inductance of the inductor, which is 5 henries. 5 henries times DL 0 T. And you just know that. Yeah. You know that D 0 dt is equal to 0. So you found the last initial value. There's one more thing. I explained in the previous video, pretty sure, is that those general equations, those underdamp, overdamps, let me just go to it. I'll just go to the side. Is that they all contain a steady state component to it. She doesn't write them. So this is what I have here. This is what this means, steady states. No. That's what these x infinities are. Because a differential equation or any of the first order, second orders are always compromised of what's it called? Full behavior, or I think it's called behavior of circuit is going to equal to the transient state plus steady state. Steady state is the infinite value. Here, oh my god, there you go. The transient state is the e's. The e's are the transient state because they're decaying, which means that it's changing. Well, so we're gonna check at infinity for this ever.
So we have to find the current across the inductor at infinity, and if we
Just
do
to
the
make sure.
current, we'll add it to the end of our thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Where am I? Oh, here. Okay, so I'm just gonna make page. Nah, I can fit it up. So, real. So, look, see, of circuit. Circuit at equal infinity. That means that everything's gonna be. It's just gonna be this here. So I'll just redraw it. So it's gonna be. Stop it. Give me the.
Wait, can I ask a stupid question real quick?
Yeah. What's up?
So, like on my camera here, we have 5. So this, when we have d of il 0 over dt,
Mhm.
is that equal to? Are we saying that that's equal to this?
I can't see.
The VC is here.
Wait. Shoot.
He's a
My camera.
Oh my bad. Oh, I can't because I'm not in the call in this. I'm in the call here.
No, I'm in the group call still. Don't worry about it.
How do I? Sorry. Okay.
Alright.
Let's see. Say it again. Let me see.
When we got this right here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see now. I'm watching you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So we're saying that this is equal to 0 amps.
Yes.
And I'm confused why we're saying it's equal to 0 amps.
Sure. So your VL, look back at the circuit at 0 plus. That VL comes from here, right? This is a 0 plus state.
Mhm.
Do you notice? Look at your VL. Look at your VL 0 plus. What is special about it? It's what with the other things? It's in what state?
In what state are you talking about? Transient
Not
or steady
state in
state?
terms of transient steady, but look at like how it's placed between your devices. Look at all your devices. What are they in?
Just in parallel.
Yeah, it's in parallel. And it's in parallel with what things exactly?
The
Yeah.
the capacitor and the resistor and
Mm-hmm. Do you know something
the
about the
current
capacitor?
source.
You should know something about the capacitor already.
The capacitor, there's no voltage across it.
No,
It's
there.
0 plus.
Well, because we solved for it earlier, right? Because that's what we solved
Yeah.
for. Yeah, that's the case. Because if you label the capacitor's voltage as plus VC 0 plus, which will help actually, you should do it like the way you did it for the inductor. Do it for the capacitor too, and call it VC of 0 plus. Now, with polarities, you know that. So now you can relate it. You know that VL equals to that because they're in parallel. They're the same voltage. All right.
Okay. So
And you know.
VL, this is equal to 0.
Because of
Okay.
VC 0 plus is equal to 0. That's how I got that. I plug 0 to the left side of the equation because VL is just VC. You see it?
Okay. And we're saying that, well, this is d of IL 0 over dt.
Mhm.
This is the current across the inductor at 0. I thought we said that was.
It is not the current across the inductor. Though. That the I of L does not stand for that. It does not stand.
What
It would.
is
It would
for
stand.
the I of L?
The I of L. It
Oh, we're
would
saying
only.
that this is this current here, right? This is this current flowing through are we saying it's the current through the inductor?
That arrow. I mean, I just put it there because it's IL 0 plus, but it does not play into effect for the differential part. Like it's not going to equal to that, but in the circuit itself, that IL 0 plus is the same as what it was before. It's like what you said, or you were about to say. It's equal to, what did you say, 6. But it does not contribute to the differential. The differential stands for something else. That differential is equal to the voltage of the inductor, not to the current.
The voltage of the inductor. Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's the equation. Yeah, VL is equal to L di dt. But we can solve for di dt using the equation by dividing by L. But it does not equal to the amps. It will equal to 0 because VL equals to 0. Let me know that.
okay. So, but
Mhm.
di, if we take the this does not equal V of L, right? Or are we saying it does?
It does, but divided by L. Like, just solve for in terms of the formula, it's di of L dt times L equals to VL, right?
Mhm.
So that would equal the dit dt would equal to VL over L. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you know
Okay.
VL because of the parallel state of your circuit. That's what you know. So you know VL, and L is given to you because it's like the property of the inductor. It's 5 henries. That's what L is. The inductance.
Gotcha.
You get it now?
Okay. But in general,
Mhm.
I guess what I'm confused
Mhm,
what I'm
mhm.
confused about, if we take the derivative of some current wherever,
Sure.
what's the derivative of current?
There's uh
Is there no is it charge?
no, it wouldn't be charge. It would be something else. I wonder if it's power. I don't remember because it always goes up in order. Like you know that if you derive V, you get current. But
Yeah.
deriving current does not really give you something. It probably gives you something. I just don't know what it is.
Because current's
The
just charge
derivative of
over
current,
time, right?
it's just the derivative of current is charge. Wait,
Derivative
no,
of current is
time.
charge.
The time derivative of charge is the
A derivative
flow
of
of charge
current.
or current. The derivative of charge is current. Other way around.
Derivative of charge is current?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll give you like because you're deriving you would just be deriving the flow of current over time, which is not zero. I don't know how to explain it.
Where's the confusion?
He's just wondering like if there's
What's
something
the derivative of
for
current?
that, but like there really
Oh, there it
isn't.
is.
It's like
What?
saying
See,
like
that's yeah. I mean, I don't know. Why is this important?
just wants to know.
Derivative of current multiplied by the inductance value is equal to the voltage across the inductor. That's the
Which is
formula
0.
we're
Which is
using
fine.
to relate. Yeah, that's the formula we're using to relate the derivative of current with respect to time. Right. That's all it wants us to find anyway. It's just the derivative of current with respect to time. That's the whole question, really. As a function of time, though. Right now, this is just an initial value that we have that we can use to
Yeah.
find that function later. That's the whole goal.
Okay. I was just wondering
Mm.
if this
If
was
there was a
something
derivative,
useful or not.
yeah.
Not really. Like
Okay.
it does exist. Like you could derive a current, but there's no like physics formula, I should say. Like there's no such thing as like how you derive distance over time, you get velocity, and derive velocity, you get acceleration. There's really nothing for that, like a formula.
Okay.
But it's a thing.
All right.
It's an unnamed thing in math.
It's like because current can be given to you in like a sine wave, right? Like when you do AC. So you can get like sine of
Mhm.
3t. And if someone asks you what is the derivative of current, you just derive the sine signal and you get it. But there's no
Mhm.
such thing as like on a graph, like you can't like find the slope of that and get something special. With voltage you can, like you've done problems like that with like the voltage capacitor. If you derive that, you get like the current through the capacitor. Because the derivative voltage is current.
Hmm.
Stuff like that. But there's really nothing special for current.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so as of right now, we're checking that we're doing the last state of the circuit, which will be at infinity. Just to make sure that we don't have some I of infinity that we're gonna have to add to our last part of the problem. So we're just gonna have the same thing. So it's gonna be the resistor, and I'm gonna have the current. It's gonna be 3A. At this point, everything again reaches steady state because it's been given an infinite amount of time. And then in our case, since it's connected to some source, these things will be fully charged. It doesn't matter though, because if it's fully discharged, it's still steady state. But I'm just saying the for our case. But anyway, the inductor becomes a short. So this is the short. And then this will be the open voltage. Or sorry, the capacitor will be opened. This is VC of 0. Not that. But this will be VC of infinity. minus, and this is going to be the which way I've been denominated, pointing out. So this is going to be excuse me. There you go. It's going to be IL, and then once again, what is it? 5? So if we look at our problem.
So the
This is not
inductor has 3 amps at infinity then.
yeah, because of the short. It'll bypass the
Yes.
resistor.
Yeah.
So
Quick question by the way.
yeah,
For the voltage of the capacitor, the signs that you chose, is that just assumed? Did we assume that at the beginning of the question? Because
I always been doing it that way. But you're not given.
Okay.
I always just like putting the plus on top. But
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
last time, like if it was negative, I just flip it. It doesn't matter
Sure. Yeah.
because the
Okay, cool.
sign convention would take care of itself. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's 3/8.
And that's because the
Oh.
short. Okay.
Wait, so one sec. Someone's calling me.
Hmm.
Okay. And then from here, we have to figure out alpha and omega 0. And there's formulas for that. One of them's like 1 over RC or something. What's the other one? 1 over 2. Or is that alpha?
Mm-hmm.
And then omega is like 1 over the square root of something.
LC? Mm-hmm.
I'll see. Okay. And then whether or not like one of them is greater than the other depends like
It
what is it,
determines
like
the
overdamped,
type of thing it is, yeah.
underdamped,
Critically damped.
critically damped.
This question is supposedly critically damped, so they should be equal to each other or something? Okay. Mm.
And what does omega naught mean? Like the initial
Omega D, yeah, omega D is specifically for underdamped stuff. It's just all these like symbols and stuff are just substitutions or like a shorthand way of writing an equation, really. Like they don't really have any meaning in the math themselves. They just that's what they mean for this specific setup, right? So
which
alpha
way is
equals
underdamped?
2RC.
Which way is
Uh,
underdamped is like alpha. Overdamped
mhm.
is when alpha is greater. And you use different formulas for each one?
Yeah, there's like a few different formulas which are in that screenshot that he put in the chat a while back.
Oh,
Or all you really need to know is in there, I think.
okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So which one do you have to do like the Euler's identity one?
Oh, well, okay, so that's for underdamped, but we're just gonna try to, ask for the one where Euler's already subbed in because it's stupid. Just use the cosine and sine.
Okay, and for critically damped, what do you do?
That's what we're doing now. Critically damped has its own formula. I have it written down. Like A1 e to the negative alpha t plus A2 e to the negative alpha t equals A3 e to the
I'm
negative
back.
alpha t. Hello.
Hello.
Look at my
So a lot
screen.
of
I also uploaded screenshots of the formulas.
oh, yeah. Hey there.
Cool.
So in this question, we will have a plus x infinity also because we
Well,
got
why is omega not two different things? It's like 1 over the square root of LC and the square root of 1 over the
two.
square root of LC.
Where?
Up at the
Here.
top of
Oh,
the screen.
So
that's for
these,
source three. No, at the top.
Oh, go up.
Uh,
Go
source
yeah.
free. It's in series versus
source
parallel.
free.
Series versus parallel.
Oh, we
So the one we're doing
calculate it
right now is
differently
parallel.
versus.
Yeah,
Oh, weird.
Mm-hmm.
We
yeah.
calculate those differently based on
That's the
Mm-hmm.
where.
only difference, actually. That's the only difference. Very important.
Yes.
So, okay, so if everything's in parallel, do they all have to be in parallel or all have to be in
Yeah,
series?
Yeah.
they all have
Yes.
to
They
be in
all have to be
parallel.
parallel.
We're
You're
gonna
gonna
go
have
over
a.
like other situations later, but
It's very special. I don't think you're gonna get it because it's eights to like solve if they're not all in parallel.
Mhm.
So if like one of them's in series with the other one, you got to do
Gotta
like a
do
source
that.
transformation or something.
You gotta pray that you can somehow like really the things you have to hope for is that the L and the C are the state, one of the substates, either series or they're both in parallel. Because then you can maybe hope that you could do a source transformation to move the resistor. Because the resistor you can move around. These guys you really
Mhm.
can't. There's no such thing as like doing a source transformation for an inductor or capacitor.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
So
Maybe.
if you have more than one and like you're just kind of screwed if you can't
Yeah. I can show you. I'll show you. Like, mm,
or more than two rather.
that's IIT. Well, if you have a state you don't see, then you're pretty much screwed. Like, if you don't have. No, yeah, I'll show you. I gotta stop talking to show you. Like this. I uploaded this too, by the way, James. So, but the
Okay.
thing is, I don't use the damp equation. I use differentials. I use pure equations, which you can do. You don't need to memorize formulas for this. FYI, I do it through differentials. But look, you see, look at my circuit. You never seen this. There's no such thing as two inductors. Like you never covered it. So I was given this and I had to solve it. The normal way you're supposed to solve this is using Laplace, which is called solving in time domain. What we're solving is called not time domain. Laplace is S domain. What we're doing right now is solving in time domain because everything's in terms of t. But if you have this, you're kind of screwed. You can't apply any of the formulas. No Oberdan, no underdan, none of that because you don't know the shortcuts for that. So you're gonna have to do it in terms of differential, which is what you see me doing here. Like you see me writing, look at my equations. I have didt, I'm writing the KBLs, and I'm relating the currents, blah blah blah. But you can go through this later. I'm not gonna go over it step by step, but you can see I keep them as differentials here, and then
Okay.
you relate them. Like here, these are the two equations I got in both loops. One difference is for one inductor, the other difference is for the other inductor because they're in separate loops. You see, they're in separate
Okay.
loops. And then I solve for like that. Like I relate the didt for one equation, which is here, plug it into the other one, and then get a second order because that's the goal. You need to get a second order differential equation so you can solve for the problem.
Mhm.
And then I get a second order through that, which is right here. I use auxiliary. This is diffie Q stuff. Solve for
Yeah.
my characteristic equation, which is this here. And then plug this, from here on. It's like what you've been doing. I have my infinity. I don't have anything, just zero. And then I solve for parameters. I need to solve for the di2t at 0 dt, which I just plug into equation 1 because equation 1 has di2 dt here already. So I just put in there. I should solve for I1 and I2 in it. I think I do. Yeah, I1 is equal to 0 and L2 is equal to 0 because they're shorted. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're steady. So none of them go, yeah, it's going to be just 0. And there's no source, right? There's no source. Yeah, there's no source. So the currents are 0. But yeah, plug this in and blah, blah, blah. And I get my freaking formula finally here. But as you can see, I didn't apply those W's. You don't have to. You can do it through differentials.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Everything in this homework is done through differentials. You can like read through it. I'm also very clear in my steps, so you should be able to follow along as long as you know the formulas, which is like the voltage of a capacitor, the voltage of a voltage of a capacitor, current of a capacitor, and voltage of an inductor, current of an inductor. They're written in terms of integrals and differentials. Those are the four equations,
Okay.
and I upload screenshots of them. But yeah, they're all of them. Like there's no such thing as W in the. It is very taxing, but it's like good practice. It's not too bad too.
Cool.
But yeah, that's about
Where
it.
is this?
Um,
Do I have
I
this
called it
in
a.
the zip file?
No, you don't. Not in the zip file. This is like in my phone because I had to upload PDFs from it. I don't know if you pinned it. I'm gonna look for it. Oh, here. I can't pin it. I'm not mom. I'll reply to it. Watch. I hit escape. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. That's forward. Slide. Look at this. There you go. Click on that. And it'll take you to the PDF I have.
How did? Cool.
Oh, white. So that's that. And you can also watch the. So the way I'm teaching you guys is using her formulas with the W's. If you want to learn the other way, which you don't have to, you can look at that. But the last video is also based off that. I'm only doing the formulas. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So for our problem, we're almost done. I think, yeah. So I have IL of equals infinity equals 3a. So now I had to write the damp cases, so I had to solve for R. I forgot to do here. But we're gonna solve for R. Not R, I'm sorry, alpha. So alpha, I already forgot what it equals. What is it equal to? 1 over what? 1 over 2 RC, right?
2 RC.
1 over 2 RC, and then omega is equal to 1 over square root of. So these formulas only apply to the transient state. So at the 0 plus part. That's what transient means. Or transient means when the circuit changes.
Things are changing.
Yeah, things are changing. Yes. So my R here is just the R definite of the entire circuit, which is the 5. The 5. And then the C is just the capacitance of the capacitor that's parallel, which is 120. It's not milli, right? It's just 120. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh. Is equal to. Yo! My thing's lagging. 5 times 1 over 20. Alpha is just equal to 5. 1 over 4, 2 over 4, which is 1/2, so just 2. And then omega is going to equal to 1 over the square root of 1 over 20. 1 over 20 times the capacitance. Not the capacitance, the inductor. 5. So that is 5 over 20, which is 1 over 4. 1 over square root of 4 is just 2, so you get 1 over 1/2, which is 2 again. Yeah, and that's how you get the critical damp. So if it's critically damped, you get alpha is equal to omega. Critically damped. So that means you get the repeated roots solution, meaning that your equation, where's my I of t? So my I of t is going to equal to a. Let me know if I know she formats it different. I think a1 e to the alpha t plus a2 t e to the alpha t. Is that how she writes it? All right.
I don't know.
I don't have the slides. I could check actually.
That looks familiar.
That's okay. I'll look at the screenshot. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I was right. Oh, minus alpha. Wait, really? Positive about that? Why is it minus alpha? I can't prove it in my head. Fuck. I just check my notes. It is minus alpha. Okay, cool. Ah, we're basically almost done with this. Okay, that speeds. So this is minus alpha. Minus alpha. Alpha is equal to 2. So we're going to write I of t equals to a1 e to the minus 2t plus a2. I'll make this t e to the minus 2t. So now we have to solve for a1, a2. We also know, these are the conditions we know. I of 0 is equal to, what is it again? Thank you. I should also make this IL, so I'm confused. IL, yes. So we know that IL of 0 is equal to 6 and DIL. This is the reason why we need it, by the way, James, here. DIL of 0, DT, you'll see in a bit, is equal to 0, right? We said 0? 0 amps?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to derive for